Hi, my name's Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Matsuricon with Miss Brina Palencia. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing quite well.
Alrighty, so we're here now at Matsuricon, and it's all about One Piece. How does it feel to be here with the rest of your fellow Straw Hats?
It's always fun. I don't really get to hang out with them that often since I travel so often. But yeah, so it's a really great excuse to be forced to be in a very small, confined space with a lot of people that I love.
So within the last 4 years since the last time I got to talk to you, you happen to be on two awesome television shows, The Walking Dead and Starcrossed. How's it like working on both those shows?
It was really cool because I booked them like right back to back. I did the pilot for Starcrossed, and then after doing the pilot, waiting to see if it got picked up to a series, that's when I got The Walking Dead, which I'm a huge fan of The Walking Dead. I even read the comics. So for me, it was like a really big dream come true. I would think I was in a CVS when I found out, and I had to like sit down in the aisle like when my agent told me. So yeah, it was really great. Starcrossed was an amazing experience. I think you can still watch it on Netflix, but it was a really great experience. It was my first time being a lead on a television show. And so yeah, it was really cool. I got to do 12 out of 13 episodes. I got to play an alien who was pansexual, which was dope. Yeah, it was great. And I really loved my castmates and the whole crew. I still talk to a lot of them, so I loved it.
So going back to video games and voice acting, you happen to be in a really great series that I love to death, being Borderlands, and being done by the Gearbox company. So what's it like being in that? And of course Battleborn, and working with them. So what's it like being in both those series and just having a lot of fun with fans? I mean, you get to play, Mad Moxie, who's like totally an awesome person to talk to in the game, and then of all her lines, it's like, and on top of that, having to say innuendo a couple times is a lot of fun. So what's it like being in that game in those series?
Well, I mean, it was really intimidating at first, especially with Moxie, because that wasn't really something that was in my wheelhouse at the time. So it was a big challenge. But I think, especially with Borderlands 2, they did a really awesome job of giving her a fully fleshed out backstory instead of just making her a sex figure. That actually helped me a lot as an actor. It gave me something to sink my teeth into. Just kind of like, oh, this is why she does what she does. Like this is a tactic. Like all of that kind of stuff really helped form a really interesting character, which is what I think people really like about her. Is that she's super sexy. Like she's really hot. That character design is amazing, and she looks really cool. I love Moxie cosplayers, but at the same time, it's interesting knowing her backstory and like knowing everything that she's been through.
Yeah, I actually I've played all 3 games in the main series, so I really enjoyed her character, especially in the pre-sequel where you actually get to find out why she was so critical in between 1 and 2 and why she hates Jack with a passion. So it's really fun. And again, he's a fantastic actor. Whoever plays Jack, I love that man.
Damian Clark.
Damian Clark, thank you. Black Butler hasn't stopped. What was it like to be called back to do the season 3 and 4 of the show, and also reprise your role as the head of the Phantom Hive family?
It was wonderful. Book of Circus is by far my favorite arc of anything Black Butler related. I love it. I think it's so dark and just rich with so many things for me to play with as an actor. It's devastating. Like I feel like that whole season is just him progressively losing more and more of himself. I won't give anything away, but the final episode of Book of Circus, there's a moment that's one of my favorite moments, acting moments of anything I've ever done, even including on camera. It's still one of my favorites, and it's a beautiful, beautiful season, and I'm so happy that it's finally out.
I have to now go buy it because I haven't seen it yet. So since the last time we also got to talk, you've now jumped over to working in LA, and you got to work on Dora 2xX. So what was it like recording out there, especially in the LA crowd?
It's a little bit different because that was done at Bang Zoom, and at Bang Zoom they have a representative of the Japanese company there, and so which is interesting. Kind of it does give you a lot of context. Like there's someone there able to give you context, but it can be complicated as far as like having a lot of voices in the room. So sometimes like in between, like the notes might take a little bit longer, like after you do a take. But it's interesting. I think it makes for a very unique product. Playing Verona was really cool. Getting to do Russian accent. And it was nice because they had Lauren Kahn come in. She was my dialect coach. She's a first-generation Russian gal. And so that was very helpful because we had to do some speaking in Russian as well, which would have been impossible without her help. But yeah, she was wonderful. I had a really good time working on that show. It's cool. It's a cool show.
Yeah.
Like there's so many different things happening.
It's another one where I have to go pick up the first season, and then I'll go pick up the second season. So this question is a very special tribute to our very good friend, Mr. Benjamin. So in your time playing Chopper, what has been one of the more challenging episodes or moments during the show for you to perform? You know, people always think, you know, Chopper's cute and cuddly, and then you realize like he's very, very deep backstoried person who truly cares about all his shipmates physically and mentally and also just emotionally. So what would you say was one of those key moments where you really yourself had to like take a moment and realize how much it was, you know, to play that part?
I mean, he has so many moments. Definitely his origin story. I think everything that he goes through in Water 7 when they're trying to, I mean, that hurt, like losing Robin like that. Like, I think it's that's what makes the show so cool. Once again, I mean, for any of you who want to be writers or anything like that, what makes any character more interesting is the more history that you could give that character, the better. And like working that into the show, like it's just really, it makes for so much more compelling of a story if you give them more background. But yeah, and I don't know that I would even call those moments challenging. If anything, I would say the most challenging thing about Chopper is that he screams all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, for me, having those emotional moments really rounds out the character so well that it actually makes it easier to play him in a lot of ways. And I just want to say hi to Ben Oscar. Thanks for that question. Thank you.
We love you, Ben. So are there any upcoming projects you want fans to know about at this time?
Well, stuff that has come out pretty recently, or this year anyway. I did do another Walking Dead game, the Telltale Walking Dead game, the Michonne story. I played Paige, which was really fun. Getting to work with the Telltale folks. I worked with them a little bit on the Telltale Borderlands game, but very, very, very little in that game. But getting to do a fully fleshed out character was so much fun. It was really cool. I also, for Overwatch, I know they did those shorts on their YouTube thing, and I can't remember, I'm blanking on the name of the short, but I played the mother. Her name's Maria, but I have a Spanish accent.
For Soldier 76.
Yes, for Soldier 76. So I was in that little origin short.
I thought that was seriously you.
Yeah, that was my first time working for Blizzard too, and they were so cool. Like it was just, it's always nice when you go into a room and everyone there is there to create a work of art, like not just make money, not just whatever. It's just like, no, we need to make this moving, we need to make this real, we need to like really connect. And I felt like that's how it really was in both of those games. Just really, really, really fun.
Yeah, Blizzard is one of those few companies that I truly have I've been following them since 1996. So I've been playing all their games, and you can see that level of craftsmanship and detail and love and passion that they put in their games. And I've actually had a rapport with them for a while via email about their references in Warcraft 3. It's really funny. So is there any way to keep up with you online, and a final message for all your wonderful fans?
Best ways to keep up with me are definitely Twitter. I am at Brina Palencia, and on Instagram, especially if you like my music, that's where I do most of my music stuff is on Instagram. And my Instagram name is at Brinakins, BRINAKINS. That's what my mom calls me. And yeah, I am working on getting an album fully produced. If you see me at a convention, I am selling like demo CDs of some of the songs that I want to actually get done. So any money that I make off the CDs is going straight into actually really producing them for a legit album. And so yeah, you'll see bits of that on my Instagram for sure. I'm also on Facebook, but I don't really do anything there.
All right, any final messages you want to get out to all your wonderful fans?
You guys are wonderful. Thank you for all your support. Yeah, I don't know what else to say except I could make a stupid joke, but I don't want to do that. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
We appreciate you so much, Brina. Thank you so much for coming out and enjoying this time with us. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys.